It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers.
To kick off for San Francisco.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And off we go from Soldier Field. A dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They give it off here to the tight end. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
On 2nd and very short, Foles. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
At the 41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
At the 49ers' 42-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 36 yards on the play.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing. And as a player, that means an awful lot.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Trubisky. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
54, right there, 54.
He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Carrier. Roquan Smith in on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, we got a second here, Charles. Let's play believer, non-believer. I'll give you a couple teams off to surprising starts. You tell me if you believe that they will continue that way. And let's start with the Browns at 4-1.
Non-believer last year, believer to start this season. Believer even after they got whacked in the opener by Baltimore. I think they'll contend for a playoff spot.
Okay, the Bears, same record, 4-1.
I still want to see more out of this team, but I like how their defense plays. Still need consistency on offense.
And then lastly, what about the Panthers at 3-2?
Oh, one of the great stories in the early going. Non-believer because I think their division's too tough with Tampa Bay and New Orleans. But, boy, I like what they're doing so far at 3-2. Way better record than what people thought.
Completes it to Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
26 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
And long.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On now, the Bears' all-time leading scorer, Robbie Gould, kicking against his former team. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that,
they're now on the pitch. The ball's loose.
David Montgomery, the ball carrier. A fumble on the play.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56, the mark, boy, 56. Check 56.
Go with 5-3. Go with 5-3.
56. Mike's 56. What we got? What we got? What we got? 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's Khalil Mack, the All-Pro, in there to get him behind the line. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
This time they'll just keep this on the ground. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Dante Pettis on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
3 yards there to begin the 3rd quarter. They also lead by 3 points.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Robert Quinn.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The credit that sack to Robert Quinn.
Loss of 6 yards. Another 3.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Foles. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Jimmy Graham.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. We got it.
Let's go. Great.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Now Foles. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Foles. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half. And that trend is continuing here.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Nick Foles finding Allen Robinson. And the Bears have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all or nothing offensively in this game. Yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Soldier Field. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Mostert looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it brings up 3rd.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
San Francisco.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Garoppolo, and no matter what the situation, and the pressure gets to him again. Danny Trevathan, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
3rd and
that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Ball carrier.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally, they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 27-yard line. It's a gain of 35. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 49ers' 29-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Foles on target with that one to Graham. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jimmy Graham, 29 yards. And the Bears capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Trying to run it in with Montgomery. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. He had the option, decided to keep it. I don't know that it would have mattered either way, though. Defended pretty well.
It really was, wasn't it? Because option plays are really standard 2-point calls, and you have to prep against them, and they did their prep well on that one.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
They're on 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. To throw is Garoppolo. Dancing. Now Garoppolo lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. On play action, now Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
1st down.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. Being chased out left. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Now Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 21 yards. And it'll move the chains.
Today's final score, Bears.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.